Police in Anambra State on Thursday said 7 persons were murdered while 2 are still missing after Tuesday's attack on the U.S. consulate convoy. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, police in Anambra State on Thursday said 7 persons were murdered while 2 are still missing in Tuesday's attack on the United States Embassy officials in Anambra State. 2 individuals have been arrested in connection with the attack on the U.S. consulate officials and their police escorts in Anambra State. The Commissioner of Police for the state, Echeng, confirmed the arrest during a press conference. He stated that the suspects were apprehended following a joint operation by police tactical teams, the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Navy, who raided a camp believed to be a hideout of the attackers. The assailants were believed to be members of the Eastern Security Network and the indigenous people of Biafra. At number 2, the EFCC is investigating Governor Bello Matawalle for stealing over 70 billion naira from Zamfara. This was announced by EFCC Chief Osita Nwaja shortly after Matawalle accused the Anti-Graft Authority of bias and corruption. Matawalle also suggested that the EFCC should investigate people working with President Muhammadu Buhari, including federal cabinet ministers. However, the EFCC has denied these allegations and stated that Matawalle is trying to distract the agency from its activities. At number 3, the Sabo Yaba Chief Magistrate Court in Lagos has allowed an extension of the remand for Seun Kuti, an Afrobeat singer, for an additional 4 days. The extension was granted to allow for further investigation into the case of Kuti assaulting a police officer. Simon Log, who led the police legal team, made the application for the extension. The Chief Magistrate, Adiola Olatubosun, extended Kuti's remand until May 22nd. At number 4, the Independent National Electoral Commission has rejected Atiku Abubakar's request for live broadcasting of proceedings at the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal that occurred on Thursday. According to Mahmood, the spokesperson for INEC, the public already has access to the court, making it unnecessary to broadcast proceedings in real time. INEC clarified that regulations exist for the broadcast of proceedings in areas where it is permitted. INEC denied Atiku's claim that the matter was of monumental importance and that real-time broadcasting would show the lawyer's seriousness and dedication. INEC stated that lawyers and jurists are already dedicated and do not need additional pressure of cameras while performing their duties. At number 5, the FCT command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has announced the arrest of 34 suspects during a sweep operation on illicit drug dens in the area. The commander of the agency, Kabir Sakuwa, revealed on Thursday. Sakuwa explained that the operation, which began on May 8th, was initiated in order to combat drug abuse, particularly as Nigeria prepares for a new administration. The command successfully seized various illicit substances, including cannabis sativa, methamphetamine, tramadol, codeine, retinol, and other psychotropic substances. At number 6, the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja has postponed further proceedings on the petition filed by the PDP candidate challenging the outcome of the February 25th presidential election until Friday. The court will decide on the number of witnesses allowed for each party and the time allocated for cross-examination. The Justice Harun Asinami-led 5-member panel has urged the parties to agree on further modalities to be adopted. At number 7, during their meeting, the Federal Executive Council approved the reintroduction of the park and pay policy in the Federal Capital Territory, which requires motorists to pay a fee for parking in certain locations or streets. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, revealed the approval of the policy after a meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari. The park and pay policy, which was previously in effect until 2014 when it was deemed illegal by a court ruling. In January, the FCT administration announced its intention to reintroduce the policy. At number 8, the chairman of the National Population Commission, Nasia Isakwara, revealed that 224 billion naira released by the federal government for the 2023 Housing and Population Census has been spent on various preparations, including printing papers and training ad hoc staff members. The initial budget for the exercise was 800 billion naira, but was reduced after it was postponed. The president postponed the census, and the incoming administration will decide on a new date for the exercise. At number 9, Dr. Emeka Oji, the president of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, announced that the National Assembly has requested a meeting with the association on Friday. The doctors are on a 5-day warning strike, demanding a 200% increase in their salaries, more clinical staff in hospital, and the withdrawal of a bill requiring medical and dental graduates to serve 5 years in Nigeria before getting full licenses. Dr. Orji stated during an interview on Arise Television that the federal government has also requested a meeting with the doctors. Finally, at number 10, the World Health Organization has urged African countries to implement policies and programs that address the root causes of hypertension to promote healthy living in accordance with their commitments. Matshidiso Moeti, the WHO Regional Director for Africa, made this call in her message commemorating World Hypertension Day 2023. The purpose of the day is to increase awareness of hypertension and the limited availability of calibrated devices to measure blood pressure accurately. In Africa, nearly 40% of adults aged 30 to 79 have hypertension, but only a quarter of them take medication, she said. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.